Hello everyone, today we'll be ranking every LEGO Star Wars set released in 2005. Part of that is because Revenge of the Sith was released this year. Of course, because I'm a very big fan of the movie, and this year was dominated by its releases. But it's not just that either. Practically every set this year, prequel or otherwise, was amazing. It actually made it quite a hard list to make. Even some of these sets way at the bottom are still amazing sets that could top other lists. So with that said, I'll go ahead and start here at the bottom. Number 17 is the Mini ARC 170 Starfighter. The ARC 170 is a fan favorite ship and definitely one of my favorites. However, in this scale, it just proves a little too challenging. The build is just kind of stiff and blocky, if that makes sense. It's good for the scale they were building in, but it's just not a great model. Next, number 16 is the Darth Vader Transformation. This little set is fine for $7, but it just suffers from a dated build. In a year that saw quite a step up in quality, this set was seemingly left behind. The structures are alright, but the mishmash of colors can be distracting. One other small complaint I have is that I really felt like the Emperor should have been included. This set just feels kind of incomplete without him. This, however, is one of the only sets I can actually complain about from the year. In totality, it's not even that bad, it just can't compete with any of the amazing sets ahead of it. Slot 15 is the Mini Jedi Starfighter. This set, despite its size, is accurate and a cool little set depicting Anakin's interceptor. It would look fantastic next to a capital ship. Unfortunately, we wouldn't get a Venator for a few years, but it doesn't mean this mini set isn't good. Next, 14 is taken by the Droid Tri-Fighter. This Tri-Droid is an extremely nice model. This year saw quite a step up in playset's quality. In the past, playsets saw less attention and weren't really cared for as much. But from here on out, there are a lot more details being put into these sets, more towards the UCS style. Now, of course, they're not as intricate because they have to fit a budget, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Because even the extra super small buzz droids look amazing. This Tri-Droid is a product of the evolving LEGO, and it's a very complex shape that they just nailed. I just find it a shame that it has to be this low on the list, and all just because there's too many good sets this year. Number 13 is the TIE Fighter. Now, this is a reused TIE Fighter build, but that doesn't make it any less than what it already is. It's a great looking model, even if it's still rocking the classic blue and black color scheme. The figures are Darth Vader and a TIE pilot. A very nice compliment to the build, and it creates a terrific package for only $20. The fact that this is the same build though from a few sets before does still weigh in my mind though, and it stands as part of the reason I didn't really want to put it higher on this list. Next, 12 is taken by the Clone Scout Walker. This walker comes at a low cost of $10. For that price, you get an AT-RT that's ready for action and has some good looks going for it. It's fairly similar to LEGO's most current AT-RT model, and overall it's just a nice set. For a pilot, this walker has a 91st Recon Clone Trooper. This clone unit was so cool to see, and since then we've only ever seen them one other time. All in all, it's a really fun and cool set for $10. Next, number 11 is taken by the Jedi Starfighter and Vulture Droid. This set gives you Anakin Starfighter and a Vulture Droid, which can be a really fun versus set. Both ships look good and are extremely similar to the most recent model of those ships. The sole figure is Anakin, and this is the period where he had his weird hair and it's not all that accurate, but it still works. You might wonder where R2 is, and in this set you only get his head to put on the Starfighter. A little weird, but I guess I get it. For the price though, I can't say too much more, it's just a nice solid set. 10th is General Grievous's Chase. This set feels like a steal for $20. You get so much here. Grievous's wheel bike and the creature Obi-Wan rides is a really great pairing, and a fun idea for a set. Recreating the chase and duel is so much fun. The figures are a big part of this too. Obi-Wan looks great, and the general works. He's not the best, but it's okay. In totality though, it is an amazing set, and it's the only one to not include only Grievous's wheel bike, but also Obi-Wan's animal with it. I think that's definitely something of note because it adds a lot more playability to the set. It allows you to truly recreate that chase scene, and I really wish they'd bring this back. Number 9 is the Wookiee Attack. This set is full and ready for the Battle of Kashyyyk. You have a spider droid, snail droid, and a Wookiee ship. The first things you'll notice though is the colors of the droids. It's way too colorful and nowhere near accurate. However, for nostalgia's sake, I can't help but love it. It's very fun and bright and so different that it has some charm to it. Of course, though, I prefer accuracy, but in this one instance, I think I can make an exception. The Wookiee ship is a superb build that complements the Wookiees perfectly. It looks great, and I love seeing these different style of builds from LEGO Star Wars. As far as the figures go, we have 2 droids and 2 Wookiee warriors. Pretty good for a set that seems to be focused on building a battle. Every part of this set works towards that and does a great job at it. Number 8 is the Wookiee Catamaran. I feel bad putting this set so low on the list, but there's just so many phenomenal sets this year. I absolutely love the Catamaran. It's the only time we've seen it, and it's such a fun vehicle that LEGO built up perfectly. Plus, besides that, the Swamp Speeder they included was a very nice build. This set is only made better by its figures. 2 442nd clones, Chewbacca, a cool Wookiee warrior, Yoda, and Luminara Unduli. That is a fantastic lineup to complement some phenomenal builds, making this a one-of-a-kind set. Hopefully we can see a remake soon. I would absolutely love to see what they could do with the Catamaran nowadays. Next, 7 is the Ultimate Lightsaber Duel. This set has one of the best play features ever. Having Anakin and Obi-Wan on the end of these rods is so inventive and the only time we've ever seen it. Where we see play features all the time, this one was one of the few that gave you free reign and control of the figures. You could swing them around the build in any way you wanted, and it was so much better than just holding the figure in your hand. I love this set for that and its playability. While it might not be the best looking, its play is some of the best ever seen in a duel set. This build actually lets you duel with the figures, and it's so much fun, and it's an amazing set because of that. 6th is the Sandcrawler. Finally, the Sandcrawler made its debut, and it is a great first impression. The vehicle itself has a good shape, however the colors are a little all over the place. It works, but it can be a little distracting. One thing this build has in spades though is room and play features. There's plenty going on here with this build. From the big front door all the way to this top portion you can remove and access the interior with. There's so much going on and so much to play with, as well as so many surprises to find in this set. The figures here are also a very big piece of this set. You get Owen Lars, 3 Jawas, R2, C-3PO, R5, and then also a bunch of other random droids. This is a very nice self-contained set that's got everything you could think of. Next, 5 is the Imperial Inspection. This build brings the Imperial shuttle into more of a common era with a better build. It's an all-around good shuttle with a solid depiction of the Emperor's ship. Besides it, there are 2 other hangar builds to help fill out the scene, which always helps bring more play features and value to a ship besides just flying it around. Now you can dock it, do maintenance, a lot more possibilities open up. The other aspect that makes this set so good are the 10 minifigures you get. For once, LEGO didn't skimp out on their figures, and you get such a big collection of figs here. You get Darth Vader, Palpatine, 2 Royal Guards, 2 Imperial officers, and 4 Stormtroopers. Such an amazing set for so many reasons, and it basically acts as an Empire Kickstarter set. Number 4 is the Ultimate Space Battle. This set's name is entirely accurate. You get everything you could ever want in this set to make your own space battle, and all of it for only $50. You get 2 Vulture droids, a Tri-Droid, and Obi-Wan and Anakin's Jedi Interceptors. Oh, and there are a few Buzz droids as well as Obi-Wan and Anakin. You can have so much fun with this set and recreate almost the entire opening of Revenge of the Sith. It's such a cool set and one of the best for its value and playability with the battling ships. 3rd is the ARC 170 Fighter. As I mentioned earlier, the ARC 170 is a fan favorite ship and a favorite of mine. It's just one of the coolest looking fighters, and this build does it plenty of justice. Of course, the ship is great for playing with and swooshing around, but it's also just amazing for display. The wings look great, and I think the big engines really sell it. Every aspect of this ship is firing on full cylinders. Even with the figures, you get a full lineup of clone pilots to man the ship, along with an astromech. The ARC 170 is fully loaded here and ready for action. All the attention to detail in this set comes with a great payoff and a seemingly perfect set. The runner-up for this list is the Clone Turbo Tank. The Turbo Tank looks perfect here, and it's just so much fun. First off, the build is just accurate and looks good, but besides that, it's got so much on it. The playability with this set is so high. This build is just so much fun. Rolling the tank around is a blast, and it actually has some good suspension on those wheels. There's a crow's nest, so many missiles and guns on it, a turret build, and even a really nice bark speeder. On top of all these great builds and components, the figures are amazing too. You get 2 droids, 2 plane clones, an aerial clone, a 327th Trooper, a 41st Scout, and then finally Mace Windu. That is an absurdly good lineup. Another thing to mention is that in some versions of this set, Mace Windu actually had a light-up lightsaber, which made it that much better. There are so many amazing components to the set, and I'm so tempted to put it on the top set. I just couldn't bring myself to do it though because this top set is well deserving of it. It's the Death Star 2. This set is such a beauty. The Death Star is so iconic, and a set of the space station was inevitable. I love the choice of the Death Star 2 as it allowed for so much more of an interesting build. The sphere section looks great, but I don't think a build consisting only of that would be near as good. Instead, half of it is a dynamic collection of plates and other small pieces to look like the construction of the Death Star. It looks so beautiful, and to this day, I think it's one of the best Star Wars sets ever. It's a huge statement piece and a showstopper in every collection. One of LEGO's best works that's desperately needing a remake. Well, that's it for this list. Every 2005 LEGO Star Wars set ranked. Let me know in the comments below if you disagree with anything on my list. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.